we want people back in the office so that we can collaborate, work as a team, get to know each other, you know, and that is why we are asking you to come to office. You would have heard this big words in town hall by your director or CEO or whosoever is speaking, because they have implemented new work from office rule, or probably a structured hybrid setup which they will decide when you have to come to office. है ना? But this is not the actual reason. The actual reason is something else, which I'm going to share with you, because I have seen from both the sides, right? Someone who has worked as an employee and someone who has been a part of this implementation. When I say implementation, this new work policy implementation, right? So what's happening right now? We went from fully remote to hybrid to structured hybrid, which is mapped to your performance appraisal. The attendance is being tracked. You need to come on Monday, Friday, and some days in between, which will be decided by the company. It doesn't look like flexibility at all. You cannot call this flexibility, but you can call anything that you want, but not flexibility. Now, yeah, I understand that. There are certain roles which demand you to come to office, like client facing roles, or for example my role as a recruiter. When certain interviews I would prefer taking face to face instead of teams. It would be beneficial for a junior who will understand sitting in the room, you know, how decisions are made, how the team functions, what is there to work with cross functional team and all of that. So I understand that, I'm not dismissing that. Plus in India we do not have a work setup at home, right? We were always working from office, so we don't understand that logic, and also we don't understand that culture, and also our family members, they don't understand. They'll constantly interrupt you, especially if you're a woman. Even if you're working from home, you'll be constantly interrupted. So I understand, I'm not dismissing it, but here is something interesting which I want you to hear. Okay, so when I was in HR, and I used to be part of those meetings where managers used to discuss about why people should come to office. They didn't bother about all these things. They were only bothered about, attendance, silly things, attendance. ये लोग कभी लॉग ऑफ करते, कब लॉग इन करते, कुछ पता ही नहीं चलता. वी कैन नॉट ट्रैक द अटेंडेंस. दे आर नॉट रीचेबल मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स. आधा टाइम तो इनका इंटरनेट नहीं चलता है. No complaints about productivity. Everything was going out fine, but they are like, we cannot see them, which means they are not working. You should be visible when you're working. If you are not visible, then you are not working. And plus उनको control भी नहीं होता ना कि तुम कितने बजे का lunch break कब जा रहे हो, washroom कब जा रहे हो. So there is no control. And the irony is, जब आप ऑफिस में काम करो, 2 to 3 hours you travel one way, especially if you're working in a metro city. Okay, reach office, open your laptop, and again join the Teams call. So basically companies are okay for you to travel and join Teams call from office, but not from home. And most of the teams are segregated. आजकल हम लोग एक साथ नहीं बैठते हैं. कोई दिल्ली में बैठता है, मुंबई में बैठता है, and everybody connects over Teams. तो क्या है, मतलब मुझे तो कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आता इनका. So basically मुझे नहीं लगता productivity का there is any issue, because productivity study shows that productivity went up, okay, in most of the cases. So there was no issue of they were not fixing productivity. It was, I think, more of why companies want you back at work is, of course, the real estate money, the management layers, and if people are not working independently, whom will the managers manage? उनका तो काम है लोगों को manage करना. So their job will become redundant. So we need those people, and that is why companies are calling us back at work. I think that's the only thing that I can see so far. And companies are not understanding one thing. So even when I was hiring, people used to ask me specifically one question. Okay, whether it is hybrid or whether it is remote, their decision of joining an organization was majorly based on this. Because right now, once you tasted that flexibility, it's very difficult to go back to work from office culture, and companies telling you when to come, when to not, and it is mapped to your appraisals and all of that. I really don't know, like, what is this all about. But it will definitely increase your attrition, and these days people are filtering out jobs which are more of work from home or a hybrid. I don't think a lot of people want to return back to this work from office setup or a culture. Okay, with that I will end this video, and I'll see you soon.